All right. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Chiefs Chat with the Guys. So it's me, I'm Wild Bill, my buddy Chad over there, the defender on the screen. And,
Yeah.
well, first off, just like, share, subscribe, help us out, get the channel going. Mr. Chad, how is it going on your end in Florida?
Oh, it's going good. After the game, I got some counseling from Dr. Phil, and I feel a little bit better about the game. Um, I Good thing it's the regular season because they still have a little bit of time to fix it. Um,
Yep.
these teams that they lose to, they usually beat them in the playoffs. So Philadelphia, they're talking crap like everybody else does once they beat us. But let me tell you something. We're the ones that got the ring. Okay, so
Yeah.
shh, Philadelphia. You know,
Philly, Philly, uh, yeah, they didn't beat us. The Chiefs beat us. I mean, the Chiefs beat the Chiefs. I
yeah.
mean,
They're flat out physically kicking their ass. I mean,
this was a horrible game. I
yeah,
mean, it's only so much Mahomes can do. And, that O line is just the drop passes, the fumbles, every bit of it. It's killing the team. And it's all got to stop. And I mean, we've got so many people that he's throwing the ball to now. Um, I mean, there was what I just saw was, uh, we get the red zone turnovers, 26 drops, league high. That's ridiculous. It's crazy. He's out here throwing 10 different receivers in six games. Yeah. And, I mean, we got too many people out there trying to catch the ball. We need to break it down to three or four and leave it at that.
yeah.
And,
You're right. The rotation. Yeah, you're right.
and,
Exactly.
and I don't understand when the guy catches the ball, he pulls him off the field. He just caught the ball. Leave him out there. Let him keep making the plays. What the
Right.
hell?
And that's I think that's part of the problem with Mahomes and the receivers, like you said, the rotation. He can't get used to their speed. He can't if you're always taking them out.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, leave him in there. Pick your top four and go with those guys. And I would
Well,
say MES is not one of them, and either is Sky Moore.
well, I think that's what's messing with the flow is that we're pulling too many. We're swapping out the guys too much, and they're not out on the field able to get a good feel for the game because they go out for a play or two, then they're pulled. They go out for a game or a play or two, and then they're back. Leave them out there. I
Yeah.
don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. Um, I mean, we're going to be, at the end of the season, we're going to be hurting for draft picks. We're not going to have much for draft picks. We've got a lot of players. Their contracts are up at the end of this year. I mean, there was a list. I just saw it. It was like 12 players that are contracts are up at the end of this year. 12,
Yeah.
well, I can't remember exactly, but I'm thinking it was right around 12 or so. You know, that's a lot of people that could be potentially gone at the end of the season. So, I mean, they got to figure something out. Now
Yeah.
Kelsey is saying that he might retire because he's hurting from previous injuries. Surprised me. That's gonna really hurt if we lose Kelsey.
Well, one of the things I was going to talk about was the receivers and Kelsey. I was going to say, where the hell has Kelsey been in the last three games? And then when we talked about the possible retirement because he's not feeling good,
Yeah,
lingering injuries, that's why. I mean, you get to that point, and I understand. I was really going to go hard on him till I read some of that today about the balls being punched out from him. That's not the only time.
yeah,
Um, you can see it in his face that he's not quite himself.
yeah. I mean, he's been getting really worked up during the games. He's pissed off. that he's missing some of the simple plays that he's messed up. But he's always been there, and he's made the plays when it mattered. I mean, he's the go-to guy, and that fumble when they punched the ball out of his hands, he really took that to heart. That one really got him. I mean, you could tell that one really pissed him off.
Right.
And you know, yeah, you need to as a player, you got the ball. You need to expect that they're going to try to punch that ball out. I mean,
Right.
our team does it to the other teams. They all do it to us. I mean, it's the way that's the way football's played, and it happens. So I can't get pissed off that he had one fumble out of however many carries. I mean, he's one of the guys that just hardly ever fumbles that ball.
Yeah, and if of course the drops, Mahomes throws that pass in the end zone. That's really one of the cardinal sins in football. If you get it down in the red zone, at least get the field goals. Don't
Yeah,
turn it over. I mean, because if you think about it, if they at least get field goals out of those, they probably win the game right there, even with the drops.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, the two red zone turnovers, that would have been 6 points if they would have gone for field goal.
could be 14 points, could have been 10, but at the least it's 6 points.
I mean, yeah.
So
So I don't get it. I don't know what was going on there, but I mean,
yeah,
I'm not a coach. I'm not with the coaching staff. I'm not with management staff. But I mean, a lot of this is going straight back to the coaches, and they gotta get on the ball. This is ridiculous.
so we'll see about Travis Kelsey if he decides to hang it up this year or the following year. I think at the most he'll play one more year after this, but we'll see. He may just. If we win a Super Bowl, he'll probably ride off in the sunset. But um,
Yeah,
I just don't see it from him. I think you know he's coming close to ready to retire, and I think his brother Jason as well on the Eagles will probably retire soon as well. Maybe they both sit down and talked about that, but
yeah.
both veterans. One of the other things
Honestly, I got to say, I hope that they both of the Kelsey boys. I'm really hoping that they can both stay on for another couple years as long as they're healthy enough. I'd
yeah,
hate to see either one of them go. They're both great players. I mean, they get so much energy on and off the field to their teams. So
oh yeah, and they're a cool American story, man.
oh, yeah,
I mean, if you don't like the Eagles and Chiefs, and I've heard some people say, "I don't," I'm sick of the Kelsey brothers. Then go watch the Bears or something. You don't have to watch these two teams. Um, yeah, I hope they put in at least one more year, if not two. But I'll respect it, if they
yeah,
decide to hang it up. And I'll say thank you, Travis Kelsey, for helping us win 2 Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes.
yep.
So,
What
um,
and speaking of the Kelsey family, Mama Mama Kelsey was at what was it? Whataburger in Kansas City area. I don't know which one it was, but she was working at the store behind the counter, drive through. I'm not sure, but I mean, it just so many Chiefs people were showing up just to say hi and meet her. It was really cool to see that. Saw that
yeah,
online the other day. I was like, that's awesome.
right, right. So the main thing I want to talk about, and this is what this subject here, and everybody's talking about it, is going to be the key if the Chiefs are going to advance in the playoffs or if they're
Yeah,
staying home. The receivers, the wide receivers, are an F right now, and they're
absolutely.
F in the grade, and they need to go pick up a free agent. Uh, they really do. Somebody that can
Yeah,
catch the ball and help these young guys out. That catch in the end zone by MVS should have been a touchdown. Sorry, should have been. And then the 4th and 25, that should have been caught too. I mean, he was being held too. He didn't that PI wasn't called. That's another
Yeah.
thing that should have been called. That should have been a first down either way.
Yeah.
But,
There were a couple big missed calls during the game. That was pretty disappointing. But I mean, the refs can't see everything, but
yeah,
it just really sucks when
I think they've seen that one with him. I mean, that's the ball game. That's where the ball went. 25 yards right in his hands. Look, if you shove it down like that, you're gonna ball it down like that. He did. You're not gonna catch it. You pull it into you. More likely, you're gonna catch it. I'm not a professional football player, but I played enough backyard ball to know people knock it out of your hands if you hold it a certain way. So,
yeah.
I mean, me personally, like we were talking about the rotation of the receivers, they need to pick. And me personally, I'd put Bryce outside, Nicole Hardman on the outside. And then who I don't know who the middle person is. I guess Moore for now. I'd sit MVS down. That guy looked like he didn't know how to play yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up with that? I mean, it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tony, he was looking pretty good there for a bit. Had a really good punt return. It just seems like he didn't do as much as the game went on, though. And I don't know if that was because of coaching or just, he just wasn't able to get the ball.
Well, the problem with Tony, it's a great talent. Can never stay healthy. He hits somebody and it's like, my toe hurts. That's it. That if he could just keep healthy, yeah, he'd be out there almost every play. In fact, he'd probably be number one wideout, but he just can't stay healthy, and that's the problem. When they were picking his team of receivers, I don't know what they're thinking about. You don't have a number one receiver to help Kelsey out. You can't expect that guy, and that's probably why he wants to retire, to be the only guy that's catching the ball. The guy has three people on him at all times.
Yeah.
You're gonna get mugged. You're gonna get held and mugged and thrown on the ground and beat.
That's why he's all beat up because I mean everybody double triple teaming him all the time.
Right.
And his stats are way down because he can't get the ball because nobody's letting him get anywhere close to the ball for the most part anymore.
No, and he's lost a step too. He's not as fast as what he used to be, and rightfully so. I mean, the dude is giving you a lot of yardage and a lot of catches, a lot of wins, TDs. I mean, he'll be one of my favorite all-time players, even when he hangs it up.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do this year, but they need to do something if they think they're going to make it back to the Super Bowl. But if not, next year they really need to clean house on that receiving core. Go get some free agents. Rashid Rice, the new guy, he's pretty good. I'd keep him. He's getting better and better and better. So that's one guy out of there, but you can't just count on him to do it.
No. Yeah, I mean, it seems like he does pretty good when he's able to get the ball, Rashid. It seems like he's able to do pretty good when he gets the ball, but he's just not getting the ball that much. So I don't know if it's just because they just aren't wanting to get the ball enough to him, or who knows. I mean, the defense was doing great. I mean, they did. I think they did slack off a little bit more. They did slack off a little bit in the second half. Allowed some big plays that shouldn't have
Well,
happened, but
well,
they were
you know what?
they're
You know why that?
I
You know
think
why
they're
that
just
is?
getting wore out. They're getting tired and wore out, and they're beat up.
That's exactly why. You stay out there. You stay out there and stop this high-powered Eagles offense, and you're kicking their butt. And you
Yeah,
held them 3 consecutive times, and Kansas City comes out and stalls 3 consecutive times on offense. You can't hold them the whole game.
yeah,
You got to score at least one of those times out of three. If they do that, they win the game. You're
yeah,
you're right. You're right. They at the end they were gassed.
yeah.
I was getting ready to say the defense was the highlight um of the game.
Yeah,
Um, they had 5 sacks at halftime. I mean, you should be kicking their butt if you have 5 sacks at
man,
halftime.
I was amazed that we were just nailing their quarterback
Yeah.
just over and over and over.
See, that's the difference in having a three offense, right? That puts up 3 minute drives versus 10 minute drives. How much rest does that give your defense?
Yeah,
So I'm not. I have nothing bad to say about the defense, man.
yeah,
They did what they needed to do, and if you're not going to score, you're not going to catch balls. I knew by third quarter that they weren't. I knew they were going to come back and beat us. I knew it. There was no doubt in my mind the Eagles were going to beat us because we were not catching the ball,
yeah,
especially after
yeah.
MBS dropped that, and then when they punched it on Kelsey, that turnover there, I said, "That's it."
Yeah.
They're struggling as it is. And because
I
I think if they don't punch it out, I think they score a touchdown on that play.
yeah. I mean, I'm a Chiefs guy, big Chiefs fan, so I'm always going to go for our Chiefs. I just when we were doing when we were going over when we were going over our picks, I was just I just kept thinking, I was like, man, are they going to be able to pull this off? And I wasn't sure. I just I wasn't sure it was going to work.
Well, I was like, okay, if they score in the second half, 10 points, we win this game.
Yeah,
And I don't think I didn't think we were gonna get blown out. In fact, during the first half, I said, man, if this keeps up, we got this in the bag. But as soon as
yeah,
third quarter hit and they didn't score, I'm like, it's the same thing as the Denver game. They haven't scored a touchdown in the second half in 3 games. You can't win games like that.
no,
And so, next game is the Raiders, right?
yeah,
Raiders, you should whoop their butt. But let me tell you something: the Raiders are playing pretty good right now. They're playing
yeah,
okay. I mean, you can't do that in the second half either and lay a goose egg, and they'll beat you.
yeah, yeah. Uh, they got to make some big changes. It's big changes have got to happen just to keep it going.
And and also during the first half, what were they doing that we kept on preaching that they were doing pretty good? They were running the football.
Yeah,
So at the end of the game, they started shutting the run down because they knew we couldn't catch the ball. Like if we were catching the ball, then they couldn't shut down that run because they didn't know when we are going to pass or run. Anyway, that's what it comes down to, man. Is the passing offense, and what are they going to do to change it?
yeah.
So, what do you think about You think they need to go out and get somebody at receiver?
I'm not really sure at this point. I'm just not sure what they're gonna be able to do this late in the season to get any. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anybody this late in the season. I mean, we've got too many receivers. We need to make some moves. We need to make some changes, but I don't think we need to get
Yeah.
another player. I just think we
Kid.
got to pick the best three and keep them on the dang field, or the best four. Keep them on the field. You know, if it comes down to they're starting to get tired, they're wore out, pick somebody off the sideline, take him out for a couple plays, and then put them right back in. Then get another one of them out for a little bit. You know, do something.
Yeah. You have to have some consistency, and because that offense and Patrick Mahomes is all about timing, and you keep taking
Yeah,
these guys out, but you're messing up the timing, man. No wonder he's throwing weird interceptions, and he's just like, well, he's supposed to be over here, but he's over there, you know.
yeah. Well,
Uh, so
that's what they were saying, that the guys aren't running the routes exactly the way they're supposed to, so it throws it off.
yeah,
So
makes
when they run the ball, or when they run that play, and they go to look for the ball, and they're 3 yards off of where they're supposed to be, that's hard to get that ball there to them. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just not practicing enough, or, too many plays that are going on. I'm not sure, but that looks like coaching to me.
I think it's play calling. I think it's rotating guys in and out too much. But I just think it's also then they're not talented. They're not as talented as what they say. I mean, I think the only guy that's decently talented is Kadarius Tony, and he's the one that gets hurt all the time. So
Yeah,
you know, I don't. MVS is out there all the time. How many catches does that guy make a game? Average, maybe one, maybe two.
yeah,
That's if he don't drop it. And it's Sky Moore. He's out there at the second year player, right?
yeah,
How many catches did he make last game? Nothing. All
yeah.
right. So those guys I don't want in there. They don't make any catches. You could have caught some of those passes, Bill.
Well, yeah,
I'm like, you're making 12 or 11 million a year, MBS, catch that ball. So, anyways, the good thing is we're a second seed. In our conference. We're we're first in our division. We still have a chance to win our division. We still have a chance to win the conference, and more than likely, we're still going to the playoffs. So, and I picked the Chiefs to lose 3 or 4 games. So
yeah.
there you go. I think they win out the rest of the games now.
I really hope so. I mean,
Well, that's if they drop all the
it's
passes.
what I've been hearing all over the internet this last week. Only the Chiefs are going to beat the Chiefs. These other teams aren't beating us. We're beating us.
Right.
So, the Chiefs are, with all the fumbles, the drops, and everything else, it's the Chiefs that are beating the Chiefs. So if we can get all the stupid stuff to stop, they'll be winning every game. They should have been winning every game.
Yeah.
But when you can't hold on to the ball, I mean, I don't know if they just got to put super glue on these guys' gloves and get them out there to catch the ball. They got to do something. They
Yeah.
got to they got to make the plays happen. So
They need to do something. You're right, man. But please subscribe, like, And come on, let's get it going. Subscribe, like. We're definitely going to be doing another show Saturday, putting it out right before the game, talking about the Raiders, and what we need to do to beat them.
Yep.
And doing our going over our picks that we already picked, and then we're going to pick for the next week. So that's all I have, man. I went over pretty much everything I can think of.
Well,
and
you don't picks tonight.
I don't have them with me. They're in my car.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I thought we'd just go over there Saturday.
Okay.
You'll be able to do that, right? Saturday.
Should be able to.
Okay. And then we'll pick the new one as well. We'll go over week 11, and we'll go through week 12. So.
Alrighty.
So. Anyway, that was good. Just some good that came out of the game, and I know that if they somehow can get away from these drops, we'll be back on track.
Yep. Yeah, just controlling the ball, controlling the game. That's it.
That's right. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Let's get her done, fellers. Let's get her done.
Rock on.
That's
it for me.
Well, thank you everybody for coming out and showing up and joining us this fine, cold, chilly evening. At least here in Topeka, pretty chilly out. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and everybody stay safe out there. Subscribe, like, and share our videos. Help us get these out there. For you guys that are doing the picks, go ahead and see if you can beat us. Put in the comments on this video for your choice for next week, for your picks next week, and we will go from there. We're going to take everybody that does better, that beats us on our picks. If you beat us on our picks, we're going to take everybody's name, and we'll save them up for about a month or so, and then we'll do a drawing and try to get some pretty cool Chief swag out to some people. So put on this video your picks for the week, and for next week, week 12. Is it 12? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
week 12.
So week 12. Put your picks for week 12 in the comments on this video, and if you beat us, hopefully you can win something. So take it easy on out there, and we will have you with us here soon. Take her easy now. One of the best songs ever, I tell you.
Rock and roll.
Peace out.
All right. Peace.